That was terrifying, guys. Whew. That was pretty scary. If I would have fell, that would have been very dangerous. Look at this. That's a pretty high fall, and that's a pretty far walk. So guys, welcome back to Pensando Inglés. I saw this bridge, I saw this rail here, and I thought to myself, I looked down and I saw how far it was to the water and all this, and I thought, wow, that would be very scary to walk across that. That would be scary, and I tried to do something like that a long time ago at a similar place like this, and I couldn't do it. I was too scared. So I told myself, I always talk about on the channel, facing your fears and doing the hard thing, even if it scares you. Even if it scares you, you gotta do it. Now, I didn't gain anything from that, except for a little bit of self-respect, a little bit more confidence in my abilities. You could see there were some spots where I had to walk a little slower, like this. But at the end, I got more confident and I started walking like this. And I did it. And once I started, I got out there, I was like, uh-oh. I can't turn around now because there's not enough room. If I try to turn around, it's possible I could fall. And if I try to get down and I slip, I could get hurt. So I had to make it to the other side. And I believed in my abilities and my balance, and I made it. And it's weird, guys, like my heart wasn't really going that fast because I controlled my breathing. Maybe you guys heard me. So anyway, something cool. Me and my buddy Ernie, who died almost a year ago. I'm gonna make a video in a few days on the 1-year anniversary of his death. But he and I used to always talk about doing things like that. We always said, oh, we were gonna climb up this or we were gonna do that, but we never did. So I've been wanting to challenge myself on some things. So challenging myself back there on a fear of heights was pretty cool. That was a small level up as a human being. Some of you guys might be thinking, wow, that's just stupid. It was dangerous. Why would you do that? Well, because on the other side of fear is freedom. That was a quote from a book that I read. Anyways, I'm happy to do that. I'm happy you guys were there with me. I felt braver having you guys there because I knew I couldn't let you guys down and quit. So anyway, I want to talk about something that is going on in the American economy that is really changing the economic structure of the United States. Okay, now first of all, this is an intermediate video and it's never easy to talk about economy. There's going to be maybe some big words, but I'm going to speak nice and slow so that your brains can have a minute to process these words, and I know you guys will be just fine. Okay, real quick before I get into the topic, I want to let you guys know about the membership. I know I've said it in the last few videos, but I'm going to keep on promoting it because I want the channel to grow, and the more support we get, the cooler things we're able to do, cooler guests we're able to get, etc., etc. So with your guys' help, I can make better content. And in the membership, you will receive exclusive content. As of today, there are 2 videos on there. One is a very spiritual video. If any of you guys are religious, specifically Christian, you will really enjoy that video. I think it's very special, very important. And the other video is an inside look into my job. I actually filmed it at my job, and I showed you guys what I do when I'm not making these videos. It was a very behind the scenes look into my private life that I have never shared on the channel, and it's only on the membership page. I'll put a link down below. Click on the link and you'll be able to join the membership if you want to. And also, if you are a member, whenever you leave a comment on any video, you will get the little Pensando Inglés logo next to your name, so that people will know that you are un bilingüe. Okay, so the topic. Today's topic is something that not a lot of people are talking about, but it's something that the government should be talking about. It's something that the average United States citizen should be thinking about and worrying about, because it's going to affect my children, my children's children, and every person who lives in this country for the rest of the foreseeable history. So what's going on is something that is really damaging this country's economy. It's helping the rich people, but it's hurting the normal people. It's destroying the middle class, and the middle class was the one thing that made this country great. The middle class is the reason that people wanted to come to this country, because they thought that if they came here and they gave an honest effort and they worked hard, they could get a home, they could make some money to feed their kids, give their kids a good life, and that's what we used to call the American dream. But something very nefarious, which is another word for evil, is happening. And what's happening is giant corporations, giant private investor corporations are buying all of the houses, okay? The family houses. Let's see what this says. National Park Service. Okay, if it's the national park, I guess that means I can be here. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't on private property because I respect people's property and I don't want to invade their land and get in trouble or scare anybody. So, giant corporations. These corporations are companies like BlackRock, Berkshire Hathaway, Blackstone, which is the part of the company BlackRock that's doing this. But look up some videos, guys, on YouTube. You could type in Español BlackRock Casas o algo así, and you'll be able to understand what's going on here. So BlackRock is a company that owns the whole world, basically. Okay, they own huge shares in all of the big businesses. They manage trillions of dollars worth of funds, and they used to just play in the stock market and make their ridiculous amounts of money that way, but now they are investing their money in a different way, which is making them rich, making normal people poor, and not even have the opportunity to strive to be middle class. They are buying up all the homes, okay? They're buying up the homes and then renting them, okay? So the strength of the middle class in this country in the past was you could own a home, get a mortgage, which is a loan for your home, and then over the years you could pay it off. Guess I can't go any further this way. You could pay that loan off. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to look around. I don't really know what this place used to be. It looks like some really old electrical stuff. So I don't know if there was buildings around here a long time ago or what. But anyway, they're buying these homes, so much so that I heard a statistic the other day that by the year 2030, only 6 years away, it is projected that these companies will own 60% of the single family homes in this country. Okay? 60%. So out of every 10 homes, these cabrones will own 6 of them, and they will be renting them out. So that means that there will not be houses available for young families like mine to buy this house and to get a good price, get a good deal on a loan with a good interest rate, raise your family, pay off the house, and then pass it down to your kids. because that's what we used to do, and that's how we used to spread the wealth from generation to generation. But now parents don't have houses to give to their kids, and the next generation certainly won't have houses to give to their kids. So it's scary. And it's scary because if these people own all of the options, they get to decide how much they want to charge for rent, alquilar, okay? So the rent here is already insane, and a big part of this is because the government is destroying our economy, and another big part of this is because all these companies are buying up all the options, and if they own everything, they have what's called a monopoly, which means that they control all the options, so they get to charge whatever price they want. Let's go over here. So these people are charging ridiculous amounts for rent, and it's only going to get worse. And people already can barely afford the prices that they're charging. So it's like, what's going to happen is it's going to get to the point where we can't afford anything, and we're going to have to, the government is going to have to come up with a plan to save us. And that plan is going to be something like universal basic income, where they give us a little bit of money every month, and if you need their money to survive, you have to do what they say, right? You can't say no to the person who feeds you, to the person who pays your rent. So that's what I think is going on, why the government doesn't care. For one, they're getting paid by these big corporations. They're getting paid huge amounts to allow them to do these things. A good government would ban these companies from doing this, because it's not in the interest of the people. It's not helping the people for the government to allow these companies to create these monopolies and pretty much destroy our hopes of ever being homeowners, ever being wealthy, ever having something to leave to our children. So it's really disturbing to me. What can we do about it? I don't know, guys. But let me tell you something. Maybe you guys know about a guy named Andrew Tate. He's very controversial. Sometimes he says things that I think are stupid, but I heard him say something the other day that I agree with. I'm looking over here. I'll tell you what Andrew said in 1 second. I don't know what this is. Some sort of old building, old structure. Something very old, very old. Huh. Interesting. I don't know what this was. What is this? What is this? No idea what used to be here, guys. Got me all distracted. But anyway, Andrew Tate said that the gap, the distance between the rich people and the poor people is getting smaller and smaller. Guys, I just keep seeing stuff that I want to show you, sorry. This is a little snail shell. It's kind of cool. This animal we call a snail. What do you guys call it? Caracol or something? I'm gonna bring that home for my son. I hope there's not a snail in there. Nope. So what Andrew said is that the space between rich people and poor people is getting bigger every day, meaning that the middle class is dying, which we see all around us. And he's saying that your chance of escaping poverty and becoming rich is getting smaller and smaller every day as the gap between rich and poor gets bigger and bigger. And I see this because all of the opportunities to have some wealth, for example, buying properties, making your money in real estate, well, these big companies are buying up all the properties, and that opportunity is going away, so you won't be able to make any good amount of money in real estate soon because the people are buying up all the houses. So he says that also with AI starting to take jobs, your chances of ever becoming wealthy and successful are disappearing by the day, and we need to hurry up and work hard to get our things in order before it's too late and we are destined to be poor and there's nothing we could do. We won't have anything to leave to our children, and it will be like it was thousands of years ago when there was kings and queens. Back then there was no middle class. There was only two things. There was the royalty, the kings, the queens, the rich people, and the peasants, the poor people. And it's starting to happen like that again, okay? Because the things that the founding fathers fought for here in the US are being destroyed, okay? The values, the morals, the laws that they wrote down in the Constitution are being destroyed every day, and it's sad. It really makes me sad to see the state of my country, and I just keep hoping every day that someday soon we'll have our Nayib Bukele. We'll have a man like Nayib who stands up for the people, a real president, a real leader who will care about us and put our interest before his own and before the rich companies who want to exploit us. So one day I hope we'll have that leader. Until then, I'm gonna try and keep getting my finances in order, keep trying to build myself into a successful person, and keep trying to help as many people as I can improve their lives, whether it's with their English to get more opportunities, whether it's through the positive mindset that I try my best to share with you guys, whether it's through motivation and examples of discipline. That's how I'm trying to do my part to make this world a better place. Anyway, guys, I just been thinking about this lately. Wanted to share it with you guys, and I'm glad that you guys were there when I walked across that thing and faced my fear. I'm proud of that. So do something hard today, guys. Face a fear. Tell me down below, what is a fear that you have that you want to face, okay? And I'll give you some motivation. I'll respond to your comment with some motivation. All right, my friends, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here with me and keeping me company on this walk. You guys mean so much to me, and I take my commitment to bringing you guys good content consistently very seriously. All right, my friends, como siempre, muchísimas gracias por ver. Nos vemos pronto.